destroyed in 5 seconds.
Lord Ranger, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective on that story. In some latest developments now coming in on the US-China trade dispute, President Donald Trump has revealed he spoke with China's Xi Jinping about tariffs, according to an interview published by Time magazine. China's Commerce Ministry stressed the need to strengthen bottom-line thinking and planning for extreme scenarios, focusing on mitigating and managing trade risks. During a regular media briefing, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun reaffirmed that no discussions with Washington are ongoing regarding tariffs, contradicting earlier statements from Trump suggesting talks were in progress. Meanwhile, China has started offering some exemptions on U.S. imports from its 125% tariffs, asking businesses to identify products that may qualify for relief. This move signals Beijing's growing concern over the economic impact of its trade war with Washington, according to companies informed of the changes. Michael Hart, president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China, revealed that the Chinese government has been inquiring about U.S. goods that are critical and unique as they could disrupt China's supply chain. In a recent meeting of the Chinese Communist Party's top economic body, which included President Xi Jinping, officials acknowledged the increasing external economic shocks. Xinhua news agency reported that leaders also emphasized the importance of multilateralism. Dr. Satoru Nagao, Fellow Hudson Institute, is joining us live from Tokyo, Japan. Dr. Nagao, do you believe that these latest statements show that the US-China trade war is, showing signs of ebbing? Do you believe tariffs could be lowered and there could be some sort of middle ground?
The current tariff level is very high, 145% or 125%, very high. That's why there is a possibility it to be lower under the negotiation. But long-term goal is different because the purpose of this tariff is winning the competition. That's why this is not the tool of negotiation. This is the tool of the strategic competition. That's why the United States imposes the high tariff because they have advantage. And to win the competition, this is a useful tool. This means that in the long run, it will steadily rise anyway. And in this case, why negotiation hasn't happened? Because US has advantage and China hasn't understood their status enough. Because US rely on the import. US is a country, import much from other country. But China rely on export. In this case, if the US imposes tariff and China imposes tariff, which tariff makes the damage more? China suffer more because the United States need to import, but the US can find alternative source. In case of China, China must export something. So that's why if China want to negotiate with the United States to receive the lower tariff, in this case, China should concede first. But because of the pride, because of China's miscalculation, China tried to revenge the United States. Before they concede, they try to raise the tariff and show their pride. In this case, there is no solution for China to start negotiation with the United States. So without China understand the situation properly. In this, it is such kind of high level of tariff will continue a little while, I think.
Okay. Dr. Nagao, also, of course, as far as the days ahead, do you believe the Chinese do realize that their economy is not being able to take external shocks? Is that what explains the sort of backing down of their harsh stance?
In this case, we should remember the viewpoint of the rich investors. If the rich investors want to get more money, that's why they invest. If there is a risk to lose their money, they do not invest. In case of China, because of the escalating US-China competition, there is a risk. That's why investors hesitate to invest China. So that's why China is facing the disadvantage
Yes.
of the US-China
In fact, we're
trade
learning,
war.
Dr. Nagao, that China has already given some concessions. Is that correct? To some US products?
I think the China hasn't conceded enough. So China need to show more clear sign which they indicate they want to negotiate with the United States by conceding something, I believe. Without this, US can continue to high tariff and negotiation will not start.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Dr. Nagao, with your perspective on that story. Tens of thousands of mourners have queued up for hours today to pay their